So, pilot episodes kinda suck. Yes, they're great for laying down the foundation of a show by introducing its characters, setting, and general vibe, but they usually also fail to demonstrate the worth of a show. I think for a good number of TV shows out there, you're better off skipping the pilot and jumping straight to one of its better episodes. This is especially true for animation. So, I'm going to recommend to you 6 different episodes, each from an animated show. If any catch your eye, then I'd say check it out, and if you like what you see, go ahead and start the show from episode 1. Also, I'm only talking about each show for 1 minute. Okay, let's go.
Adventure time! Come on, grab your friends. We'll go to very distant lands.
A Door Lord, this whimsical fellow, steals a bunch of personal items from the show's main characters and then retreats into the safety of his magical realm, the entrance to which can only be opened with a song from a genuine band. This episode combines 2 of Adventure Time's greatest strengths, outlandish scenarios and amazing music. Thus, you're treated to 2 songs in under 12 minutes as you watch this group of misfits put aside their differences and work together to retrieve their stuff. They'll have to display some genuinely great chemistry if they want that door open. Will they succeed? Will the power of friendship prevail against impossible odds? What will happen to the Door Lord? Guess we just have to watch to find out. Also, I'm Just Your Problem has no right to be as good as it is.
Well, I'm just your problem. I'm just your problem.
We interrupt this program to bring you Courage, the Cowardly Dog Show, starring Courage, the Cowardly Dog!
Well, I had to include at least one of those classic "How did they air this on a kid's show" episodes in this list, and there ain't any better examples of this than Freaky Fred, because somehow they got away with making an episode themed about molestation in a kid's show. Yes, of course they hide it behind the curtain of an allegory, but that's one old ragged see-through curtain. So, our antagonist Freaky Fred has an obsession with shaving things. In particular, he wants to lock himself and Courage, the family dog, in the bathroom so he can, well, to put it in his words,
be quite naughty.
And if things aren't creepy enough, he speaks in a poetic rhyme the whole episode, constantly repeating the word
naughty.
Hell, you can watch the fan reanimated version of this episode instead if you want, with over 120 animators working to breathe new life into this disturbing piece of my childhood. I mean the Courage stuff, not the, well, you know, other stuff.
Space Dandy. He's a dandy guy in space.
The man who needs no introduction, but I'm gonna introduce him anyway. Space Dandy is a dandy guy in space, and today on his bounty hunting adventures he's managed to capture an alien known as a Gentuan, who's worth a ton of money to the registration agency. Unfortunately for Dandy, this alien is a rebellious child, but as I'm sure you can easily predict, things quickly turn array as Dandy bonds with the kid. Like the rest of Space Dandy, this episode features some really cool settings and a bunch of weird aliens. It's even got some phenomenal music and smooth animation to go with it. Sure, it's predictable, but it's still a heartfelt 20-minute space hopping adventure that's bound to tug at least a few heartstrings. And damn if Dandy doesn't just radiate style wherever he goes, even if he's in the middle of a tearjerker. Very cute episode, especially the parts with the penguin. Only caveat is that there's not really any Space Dandy episode that perfectly represents the show, as it can vary wildly at times, but you can definitely expect this level of quality throughout both seasons.
12 eggs, chili, cheese, biscuits, and a fruit bowl. Finish in under an hour and your party eats for free. And you win this hat that says I'm excellent on it.
Be honest, you've been there. We've all been there. You get to a restaurant ready to order a reasonably sized meal when you see it. A behemoth of a meal that if you manage to finish in under an hour, you get to eat for free. We all have that primal desire within us to conquer one of these challenges, but few of us will ever accomplish such a noble goal. So instead, why not just watch someone else go through the rigorous journey to conquer the excellent challenge? With all the dramatic flair necessary for such a bold tale, you're certain to be cheering for our hero's success before the story's over. Hell, he might even win a free hat. And of course, like just about every other episode of Regular Show, this very ordinary set of events quickly shifts into a supernatural endeavor. Plus, it's got a training montage set to the song I Need a Hero, so that's automatically an A+ in my book. Who said you can't do 2 musical episode recommendations in one video? Nobody, because I make the rules, and I say there are no rules. In contrast to Adventure Time, however, this is less happy bonding friendship time and more, well, it's in the name. An alien crashes on Earth and convinces a young boy to deliver him brains. All to the tune of a snazzy song. Seriously, this thing is boppin'. Combine that with some creepy visuals and you'll soon find yourself questionably singing along to the tune. I ain't even gonna say anything more about this, I'm just gonna let it speak for itself.
Brains, brains, I won't lie. I'll eat the brains till the zombified. Sure, they might think it's deranged, but they won't give it a thought after I've eaten their brains. Brains, brains, it's okay. It's not a matter if it isn't gray. And if at first they think it's strange, they won't think twice if they don't have a brain.
すごく大きなお人形が。なんだかそれは良くないもののような気がしたの。
I don't think I could have come up with a less appropriate tone for talking about this episode if I tried. But hey, that's what you get for picking a limited format for a video about a variety of topics. Gonna keep this one real simple, since the less you know the better. Violet here is an auto memory doll, which means that she writes letters for those who cannot. And she's been hired by this woman to help her write a bunch of letters over the course of 7 days. During this time, she'll be harassed, dragged around, and just generally distracted by the woman's daughter, who's not exactly impressed that Violet is taking away the attention of her sickly mother. It's kinda like the Space Dandy episode, just a very different take on a similar idea. Oh, and this episode is also a huge tearjerker. If you don't cry during this, then you are seriously dead inside. And there you have it. 6 animated episodes that I at least consider to be quite good representations of the best that these shows have to offer. If you end up liking any of them, then go ahead and start from episode 1. Or don't, I'm not your boss.